Forza Horizon 5 is out and I'm loving it so far. However, it doesn't come without its problems. No, God! Today I'm gonna walk you through some of the top things I hate about Forza Horizon 5. The last video was my main review and I pointed out what I loved about the game so far. And I just want you to know that this isn't a video of complete hate, just plausible advice from the Forza community and my friends. Things we've noticed and experienced so far that we really believe, if fixed, would make Forza Horizon 5 the perfect racing game, or at least open world racing game. Is this going to be a nitpicky video? You bet, but constructive criticism doesn't hurt anybody. But I want to be clear, they fixed almost everything I hated about Forza Horizon 4, but now there's a lot more technical issues this time around, so let's get to it. Number one is gonna be the longest one we talk about. Glitches and server issues. Forza Horizon 5 has obscene internet and server issues, and it's very frustrating right now to play online with your friends. Why do I say that? Well, half the time you can't even see your friends. You'll enter their convoy, it'll take forever to load, and you'll look at your map, see your friends on the map with a green dot. So I'll fast travel there, and they are nowhere to be found. And just to have an enjoyable experience cruising with your friends, it takes forever. As I recorded this video, there were so many times I wanted to get clips, but every time I fast traveled or drove to my friends, they were nowhere to be seen. And we have some theories about this. One, it's location based. Some locations I will go to with my friends online in our convoy, and we have pretty much no issue. We'll be around each other the entire time, and we're having a blast playing Horizon 5. Whether we're tandeming drifting, or doing roll races, or trying to race on the highway, or just shenanigans, we have a great time in this game, and it shows the true potential of Forza Horizon 5. Except half of our playtime is trying to find each other. And my personal favorite is when you get next to your buddy, get ready to do a 3-honk run on the highway or the runway, and they magically disappear. And you're like, bro, where'd you go? Did you hit the pause menu? Wait, you did it? Or are you changing cars? Wait, you did it? What is going on? So next thing you know, 30 minutes have passed, 40 minutes have passed, and you still can't play with your friends, even though it says in your convoy. And what's even more frustrating is that when you go into Horizon Free Roam, you see everybody else except your convoy. You'll see all these names all over the map of random people you do not know, and you'll be able to drive alongside them. That needs to be fixed. It's the biggest problem with Forza Horizon 5 right now. We were even joking while we were finding each other to do burnouts as smoke signals, the signal for help. And also, a lot of the times on Forza Horizon, your Xbox invites don't make it to the other player in your Xbox Live party. You'll have to send it twice, almost every single time. You'll get the, did you get it? No? Okay, here's another one, and then somehow it'll magically get it. Along with other glitches, during races, sometimes you'll be winning the race and then losing the race and you don't know why, and it's because your friend is in front of you and you don't see them. Number two is exploits. Some of the danger signs and PR stunts, you'd be like, I did that pretty good. And then you realize that somebody did it 10 times over, which is physically impossible. And that's not me being a complete noob at this game. You're like, there is no way. I was going 306 miles an hour and somebody quadrupled my distance off this jump. And by the way, this jump in Horizon 5 always glitches out no matter what you do. The map just completely clips out and it's a problem. But with the exploit, we found out yesterday that the Porsche Taycan, if you do a little trick and you set your telemetry up, you can turn the Taycan all the way up to basically whatever horsepower you want. Basically, all we did was this trick where you held the trigger down and held the e-brake down in second gear, bada bing, bada boom, magical 350 miles an hour for a car that typically has around 1,000 horsepower. So sometimes we're getting this sucker up to 200, 300, 400,000 horsepower. And we're like, so this is how people are exploiting some of the PR stunts. They'll just sit in front of the jump and just boost this thing up to oblivion. However, it is kind of the coolest burnout ever, rolling to 350 miles an hour. Along with racing, I also want to talk about the AI in this game. It is absolutely absurd how crazy powerful the AI is in Forza Horizon 5. Is it as bad as, say, Need for Speed 2015? No, but there's definitely more evidence of rubber banding. What's rubber banding? It's when an AI can tell what the player is doing and they adjust accordingly to your action. An AI will make the race harder by speeding up and then basically notice you're doing really well and then slow down and vice versa. And sometimes at high speed, my car has literally just stopped in its tracks for no reason. Before we move on with today's video, I want to thank today's sponsor, Off the Record. Getting a ticket and being pulled over is absolutely awful. It can feel like the absolute end of the world sometimes. But did you know that 41 million drivers in the US get a ticket every single year? That's 1 in 5 drivers each year and 112,000 people a day. But the only problem is that only 5% of people actually contest their tickets. Usually because the average ticket fine is around 150 bucks. So a lot of the times it's easier to think, I'll just pay it off and move on with my life. The only problem with that is your insurance premiums on average is $1,000 plus over the next 3 years. So it's important to have a clean driving record. Off the Record fights traffic tickets and misdemeanors for drivers across the country. When you book a case with Off the Record, you are matched with an experienced local lawyer who handles your case from start to finish. And there's no easier way to fight your traffic ticket. Over 70,000 tickets have been contested successfully, and only the best local experienced lawyers are still on the platform. They vet off poor performers. So why should you use Off the Record? You maintain a clean driving record. You keep your insurance premiums low. It has a 97% success rate. It's extremely stress-free and peace of mind. All you have to do is take a photo of your ticket, upload it Off the Record, and you are matched to a local experienced lawyer to handle your case. And one of my personal favorites, no court visit or no court date. So let Off the Record's lawyers go to court on your behalf. And best of all, complete money back guarantee. There's absolutely nothing to lose with Off the Record, because if Off the Record fails to reduce or completely dismiss your ticket, complete money back guarantee. All is well in the world. And the last thing I ask for you guys is go ahead and download this app anyway, because it's a great tool to have in your back pocket. Even if you haven't been pulled over yet, my discount code lasts the rest of the year. So make sure to go ahead and download it, have it ready to go in case you get pulled over. So make sure to download the Off the Record app or go to the link in the description below to get 10% off your first ticket by using the code ThatDudeinBlue. That's Off the Record and use the code ThatDudeinBlue. There's no easier way to fight a ticket, and thank you guys so much for listening. Let's move on with the video. Number 3 is a gripe that's not too bad, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. The wheel spins and the customization. 1, let's get rid of emotes. This is not Fortnite. For the love of God, get rid of it. Please stop. It's not the same for everybody, but my wheel spins are absolutely terrible. Thankfully, in this one for clothing, unlike Forza Horizon 4, you can just buy clothes that you like with in-game currency, which I actually said in my Forza Horizon 4 video. They fixed that. In my opinion, the wheel spins should be all cars or all money for the most part. Maybe a horn every now and then. But the clothing, get rid of it. Nobody wants it. Everybody just gets frustrated. Second, if there is only cars, horns, and money, make the cars more common cars that are easier to get. That way, getting a rare car feels more rewarding. Also, along with earning stuff, they took away the Forza Hub, which I found actually kind of annoying. The Forza Hub was great because you could go to it and redeem rewards in currency. And sure, did it make the game easier? Of course it did. But if you've been loyal to Forza since Forza Horizon 1, it was a huge help and a huge head start to give you currency and credits to have fun in the game. And I also want to pick out that if you don't have this currency, you have to buy the fast travel house if you want to hop around to the map. The fast travel house is stupid. Get rid of it. Make fast travel anywhere in the map right from the bat. It is silly for some people to spend 2 million credits to buy a house that they can't go inside, can't do anything with, it's just a pretty building, just to use fast travel. Because when you want to play online with your friends, you fast travel a lot. It's just the way it is. Hey, let's start our cruise from here. Let's do our race from here. Let's meet up here. It's easier than waiting for your friend for 10, 15 minutes to get to your destination. And I understand that Playground's angle is probably, well, we want you to drive the map, but you shouldn't have to buy a house for $2 million. If people want to fast travel, let them freaking fast travel. Also, I'm gonna briefly touch on gifting cars, which is a new feature in Forza Horizon 5. But here's the thing, You can't gift cars to your friends. You just randomly give away a car to a random person, which sounds like a really nice gesture, but how about we have the option of gifting a car to our friends? Because usually if somebody didn't have a car and we wanted somebody to have a car, you would have to do trickery on the auction house. But now they could have made it easy, and you can't gift cars to your friends. It makes absolutely no sense. Number 4 is some of the club stuff. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a mini story. So I tried to get my club back from Horizon 4, which was ThatDudeinBlue, the name of my YouTube channel, but somebody took it. So I tried some variations of ThatDudeinBlue. And for saying that dude in blue in 100 different ways, one, it would never let me make another club. The Forza servers were always down. Second, and by putting that dude in blue in, we got a response one time when the server wanted to work that said that we had offensive language in our club, which was literally just that dude in blue or some variation of that dude in blue. So please, Playground, tell me what is offensive about that dude in blue. Can I have my club back, please? They're imposters. Don't let them have it anymore. Also, car customization still quite isn't there. And in fact, a lot of the body kits and wide body kits and stuff like that from Horizon 4 have gone missing. A lot of the cars don't have the same kits, same bumpers as the last game. But in return, you get better tires and better transmission choices. But I know for a lot of people, they just want to make their car look cool and drive around. So that's pretty unfortunate because games like Need for Speed Heat really did show Horizon how it was done when it came to car customization. I actually kind of regret not making a review for Need for Speed Heat, but oh well. You can't do window decals, you can't really customize things individually per se. You can't have different sets of wheels or just goofy stuff like that. It is awesome in the game that you can change the car's sound by changing parts on the car, but I love in Need for Speed that you can manually change the tone of how your car sounds using sliders. So that's something I am missing from this game as well. The only problem is I'm sure Forza would run into some kind of trademark issue if they copied or got close to what Need for Speed does for customization. That's a whole different thing. Number 5 is the drag racing. Now, it's not as bad as Forza Horizon 4 with the runoff and everything like that. There's just a few things I'd like added to it. One, I want the launch control system from Horizon 4. It was perfect. You could adjust and launch at different RPMs if you played with manual with clutch, and it was awesome. It was really fun to experiment with the launch control to see what the best possible way to launch your car was. Second, when it comes to high horsepower cars, a bunch of them were nerfed. So like the Torino, for example, used to be a 1600 horsepower monster. That is no more. It was just a really goofy, fun car to drive really fast because it was a sleeper. There's just a lot of cars in the game in real life that make a lot more horsepower fully built, and it's kind of disappointing when you build some of these cars and it has less horsepower than the last game. That's a weird nitpicky gripe, but you know what I mean. Also, there's no drag racing tree at the festival. Yet in the loading screen, there is a drag racing tree at the festival. I'm curious about that. Maybe they'll add it on later, but it's a disappointing thing to go to the drag strip at the festival and have to honk it off. It was really nice having a tree at the festival. So they fixed the runoff, but then they didn't have a tree in this one. And also with drag racing, if you do a legitimate drag race where it's a sanctioned event, they don't have a countdown. They don't have a 3, 2, 1, go where you can see your gauges, get your launch straight. You load into the drag race and it just says, go. I don't know why they did that decision, because you're never gonna get the best result or best time if you don't have time to prepare your launch. Imagine if somebody went up to the drag strip in real life and said, you can't two-step, you can't launch, you can't set up your car for your launch, you just have to go when we say so. I'm also gonna throw this into number 5. The cutscenes are just terrible in the story. The story isn't deep or anything, it doesn't need to be that deep, but when you go into the cutscene, they just use kind of the same preset standing around talking motion, and a lot of the times the lips don't match up, the body language doesn't match up. And also when you find a barn find, it's always the exact same animation every single time. It's just your dude standing around waiting for somebody, and it doesn't really add any suspense or depth to the story. I want to see these characters have more emotion and get really excited about seeing this barn find. I'd be more invested into the story. Anyways, that's some of the gripes I have with Horizon 5 so far. I'm sure it will get better, especially with the server issues and connection issues. I look forward to being able to play this game at full potential. So, what do you guys think about Forza Horizon 5 so far? If you are interested in seeing my full review of the game, I will put the card up in the corner here, and along with that, I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. This video is brought to you by Patterson Car Care. Get double of premium original detail product for half the price. Head over to PattersonCarCare.com or go to the link in the description below.